What's up, YouTube? We got a fun new budget plastic yo-yo that you can get on Amazon. This is the Vosun Trinity. So, Vosun Trinity is a brand new plastic yo-yo from Vosun that you can get on Amazon for the low price of $14.99, although this one's $20. Anyway, between $15 and $20, you can get this cool looking, very fun playing, very kind of different. This is like a really kind of good plastic yo-yo, and it's really cheap. $14.99 for the clear one, $19.99 for the solid color one. Really cool. And let's get into the specs. So 57.8 millimeters in diameter with a 46.5 millimeter width, and it only weighs in at 65.5 grams. And I gotta tell you, this thing has some beefy power. For a plastic yo-yo, just a molded plastic yo-yo, it is really hard to get beefy power into these things. And this thing's got some decent power. It's got kind of a cool profile too. It's got that sort of like bell H shape going on, which I like very much. Kind of looks and reminds me of the Magic Yo-Yo Skyva a little bit, except this finger spin cup is a lot harder to hit. Like the Skyva is sort of all blasted here, and it just kind of like leads you in there. This is not as easy to hit, and we'll go over that. But for 15 bucks, and it's on Amazon, free shipping, definitely pretty cool. So let's talk about it. So when it comes in the box, it actually also comes with a responsive bearing and an extra axle for the responsive bearing, so that if you're a brand new yo-yo player or you're a beginner and you just need to learn how to throw and catch, you can put the responsive bearing in, and you just throw and catch the yo-yo just like it's responsive and start playing yo-yo that way. But it does come set up unresponsive out of the box. So that's really very beginner friendly, and I really like that a lot, that it's sort of, here, you can have it both ways. Are you a player that wants to play every day and just wants a $15 plastic yo-yo to beat up? All right, here you go. It's set up, ready to go. Are you brand new to yo-yo and just want a plastic yo-yo to see if it's for you, but you want something that doesn't suck? Bam. Comes with a responsive bearing. You can start there, go back to the unresponsive. Very cool. Very hard. This is a good plastic. This isn't like cheap or crappy. This is a hard plastic. I've hit it off the floor a couple times. I've walked the dog with it. I haven't done too much with it, but it's even pretty smooth still. Like, just a little bit of that plastic vibe that you don't really even feel when you're playing it. Really nice. So, strong body, not hard to break. Comes with a nice bearing. Vosun really does make a lot of stuff that's really good bang for the buck. And this is really no exception to that. I've been enjoying it since they got here. I'm a big fan of plastic yo-yos. I'm glad they sent this to me because otherwise I wouldn't have known about it, and I like plastic yo-yos, and I like this plastic yo-yo. So as far as plastic goes, I'm gonna stop saying plastic. Let's go ahead and throw this thing around. I'll show you guys what it can do, and then we'll talk about it a little bit more, okay? Vosun Trinity. First thing I notice on throw is, one, this blue looks awesome on camera, and two, that on throw it is very smooth. You don't notice any plastic vibe or pulse vibe or anything in the yo-yo as it moves around the string. Very smooth on the string, very easy to hit the string. Really has a lot of power for a plastic yo-yo, but really only plastic yo-yos can have this sort of like kind of cool, not floaty, but like just sort of even weight distribution. And this one doesn't feel heavy at all. Feels like it's got a lot of power to it. Really spins a long time. And, I mean, really just performs great. Decent response there. A little bit of slip, but not too bad. I kind of let it die a little bit. But really just a very satisfying and good feeling plastic. It really just, I'm really liking the weight distribution. I've been throwing this now for a day or two, and it feels good, man. It feels nice to play with something plastic, something cheap plastic that actually plays really good. Okay, So it is a polycarbonate plastic. It's not blasted at all. So grinds, while you can do them, the plastic is going to kind of stick to your skin a little bit. It does have a finger spin cup, but without a fingernail, that's going to be hard to hit. You could probably sand this down and kind of get it a little smoother, but it is that like sticky polycarbonate plastic. Let's see if I can hit it. I actually did hit it, but then it popped back out. So yeah, this is actually pretty hard to get a good finger spin on. But if you want to sand it down or whatever, it's molded for a finger spin cup that will finger spin. And it wasn't that hard actually to hit that, but it stuck to my finger and bounced out right away. So that's that. Not going to be the best for grinds, but most, polycarbonate plastic yo-yos aren't. And I didn't really expect this to be some kind of a grind machine yo-yo. It's just fine. It's not something it's not. Plays yo-yo great though. Like I said, weight-wise, a lot of times yo-yos, particularly plastic yo-yos that are rim-weighted, kind of feel really heavy. Think like the Replay Pro. It's a really heavy yo-yo that really does. It plays heavy. Not that that's bad. I do like the Replay Pro, but this plays stable and is super long spinning and super forgiving, but doesn't play heavy at all. But still has that really nice plastic weight distribution. I don't know. I really like the way plastic feels as a smooth weighted yo-yo. And this is a really smooth yo-yo too. Here, let me show you. Very little plastic vibe, just a touch, but no pulse vibe whatsoever. Check that out. Just really nice, really well made, really nice mold, put together really well. Vosun's quality, really, for the price, I don't know that you can beat it. It's really, really good. I haven't had a single Vosun yo-yo that I've been like, oh man, that's a cheap piece of crap. They always kind of feel, maybe a little bit, nothing too crazy out of the park type of crazy stuff, but they always just feel really good and are always just really straightforward kind of monster yo-yos. And this one is no exception. A good plastic for a very cheap price, and that ticks all my boxes for plastic yo-yo, truth be told. Let's go ahead and take this apart, and I'll show you guys the inside, and we'll do pros and cons. All right, the Vosun Trinity. Let's check this bad boy out. Go get some Tainted Love over at Zipline Strings. It looks good with this yo-yo. Uh-oh. Oh, no, my keyboard caught it. We're good. All right, so let's check this out, huh? So here we go. We've got a concave bearing. Nice bearing. Spins really, really well. Vosun always sends bearings that spin just smooth and quiet and eternally. And this one's no different. These bearings are excellent. It's still going, by the way, as I talk. Super good. Okay, let's check it out here. So let's look at this side now that we've spun the bearing. So it's got those copper inserts that go in. That's probably the best way to do it that way. This is metal. Axle goes into there. Here is the silicone pad around here. Pretty standard, just clear silicone pad. Works fine. No machining marks or anything. It's a molded yo-yo, so this gets poured into a mold, and then and that's it. It's molded around the bearing seat there, but there's no shims or anything. Nothing comes out, which is cool. I don't like when things fall out of my yo-yo when I take it apart. Although I did drop the axle, and this really just kind of hits all the boxes there and does the right thing. Nice bell shape. There's actually kind of a lot going on for a plastic yo-yo. It's this swoops up there, comes down there. There's a nice little flat spot cut there. Goes to the little bell curve at the end there. If you look here, this dips in nicely there. And then you get your little finger spin cup there. Really just, a cool design. I would play this yo-yo as a metal yo-yo. I would play this shape as a metal yo-yo. But as a plastic, it's really cool too. Like I said, kind of reminds me of the Skyva a little bit, but it's still different enough. The Skyva's a little wider, It's a little different too, but this is very cool. This is a very cool yo-yo. And I really, when it showed up, I was like, I wasn't expecting a yo-yo. And then I pulled this out, I was like, oh, this is sweet. And so, yeah, Vosun did a really, really, really nice job with this. And I'm going to have to dig that axle out. But here it is together. Here's what the profile looks like. It's a nice sort of Bell H profile that's got going on there. And, you know, fingerspin cups, to get the fingerspin pretty good, you're probably going to have to sand them down a little bit. But nothing too bad, really. So let's do pros and cons. Pros, cheap. Cheap, cheap, cheap. $14.99 for the clear one. $19.99. I don't know. I guess that's a con, actually. That to get the cool color, you got to pay $5 more. But clear is a cool color too. So I don't know. I'd probably go with either one. Whatever floats your boat. But if the $5 is killing it, go with clear, because I'm sure clear's just as good. But this blue is sweet. Like, look, it's like it glows. It practically glows. Maybe that's why. Maybe it does glow. Other pros. Plays great. I mean, the weight distribution on this is awesome. It's been a long time since I've played a good new plastic yo-yo, and this one is really like no frills, just cheap and fun. And here you go, $15, kid, go play. Other pros, comes with responsive bearing and axle, and oh man, that's awesome, right? How cool is that? Like, for a beginner, that's the way, man. Like, you got to do, like, that's how you hook the kids. You get them the $15 toy that they can play catch with themselves. It comes with extra strings too. I don't know what I did with those, but I mean, it's basically the total package. Like, if you want to learn how to play yo-yo and you've got some time to spare, you know, you can start unresponsive. You got it comes strung up, and then you have 2 more strings. And it comes with a glove, too. I don't know what I do with that. But anyway, came with a ton of stuff. And when it comes with a ton of stuff, that might actually be why maybe it's the glove and stuff. Maybe that's why this one comes with more. But really cool little package. Great little beginner package for not very much money. And we haven't seen a lot of cool new beginner packages for a while. The Recess First Base is, of course, still out there. But this is basically the same package for the clear one's actually $5 cheaper, but this one's also $20, just like the Recess First Base. And I would say that I like this almost just as much. Now, I know the First Base has been out forever now, but this is also a great option and free on Amazon Prime. Free shipping on Amazon Prime. So I will put a link down in the description. So if you want to pick one of these up and check it out, you can do that. But as far as cons are concerned, the Amazon Prime thing, that's a pro, by the way. As far as cons are concerned, there's nothing blasted on here. The fingerspin dimple, while it's there, not really very usable because of how tacky the plastic is. You, of course, could sand it down yourself and make it usable, but out of the box, it's not. It doesn't really grind very well either, just because of that. But because of its kind of being a tacky plastic, it is what it is. I mean, every yo-yo that does this is going to be the same way. It's the same on the Recess First Base. It's the same on, you know, any other kind of hard plastic yo-yo that you would pick up that would be in this price range. So it's not really like, oh, it's defining itself by like missing a feature. It just is. It's just how these yo-yos work. But that's it, really. I mean, for the price, I don't think you could beat it. And I actually really do enjoy plastic yo-yos. So this was a fun little treat for me to get last week, and I've really been enjoying it because plastic yo-yos, to me, just remind me of childhood, and can't beat that, right? But anyway, thanks for watching, guys. Please make sure you like and subscribe. Leave some comments down below. Cheers to you. I'll see you next time.